So just a word on focus, if you don't mind here, because to really make sense of what's happening, I think we all need to agree on what we're looking for. So what's a car? You know, if you've studied engineering, maybe you've heard of a Carnot cycle or a Stirling cycle. If you're a mechanic, you may know what a valve train is or displacement. Certainly, you may have heard people talking about master cylinder or whatever. You may recognize these equations from your engineering classes as the kind of efficiency of the system against maybe airflow or something like that. You may know this weird fact that a third of automobile gas is actually consumed by friction. You may recognize some of these diagrams. Again, if you've worked on cars, you may recognize some of the words, adiabatic compression and expansion. But actually, what is a car to us? This here, it's the steering wheel, the view from the windshield. It's a delightful thing. It's maybe a place that we use to commute, or a relaxing place that we use to clear our mind. Right? And in fact, we use cars without understanding all the details about cars. So let's talk about blockchain for a minute. What's blockchain? Validator partitioning and beacon chains and erasure coding and Byzantine fault tolerant finality and high availability and 1 second block time and all of this kind of stuff. On Near, in fact, you might know this weird fact that developers can earn 30% of transaction fees to the contract. Although we boast that transaction fees are hundreds or thousands of times cheaper than Ethereum, the contract earns 30% of those. So here's some interesting facts, but actually what is Near to us, right, is a smart contract platform. Right? Maybe there's some standard languages there like AssemblyScript and Rust, right? And in fact, we can use Near without understanding how everything works. So I'm not saying don't dig deep. I'm saying don't put understanding everything as a prerequisite. You can get into a car and start driving and learn more later as, after you park, pick up a book and start reading about the car. That's fine. I don't want to get in your way. In fact, I'm trying to get out of your way. But be careful about the temptation to insist that you understand everything about consensus, for example, or that you understand everything about how we arrive at finality, for example, before you start building for the platform. Don't do that to yourself, okay? So for the rest of this week, just focus on making something simple by the end of the week. And I'll show you exactly how simple. Skip consensus and economics. Read about it on Saturday in the weekend. Get really excited this week about how it works, and then spend your Saturday and Sunday reading about consensus and economics. For now, focus on working examples. Don't try and learn Rust this week if you've never written with Rust. Don't do it. It's going to slow you down to the point of being unproductive. Instead, focus on the best language for you. If you're ready to learn Rust, go for it. It's awesome. There's a lot of examples we have in Rust. If not, if you're coming from a JavaScript background, please focus on AssemblyScript. It's going to be much easier for you. And also, forget about front-end code this week. Focus instead on the stuff that's new. So be careful about this temptation to retreat to competence. When we're a little bit confused, when we're struggling with something, when we want to remind ourselves that we know what's going on, we leave the thing that's hard and we focus on the thing that's familiar to us. Writing a React component to log into Near or something like that, because it's like kind of in our comfort zone. This retreat to competence is very tempting. Don't do that this week. Struggle and suffer with me, with us. Risk failure in public, so that we may learn together, okay? Don't sort of pull off and do something that's comfortable for you. Stay in the struggle with us, okay? All right, so enough on that.